Welcome to the Brook Railroad. We had YouTube channel Green Mountain metal detecting here most of the day, and found a bunch of stuff buried in the ground. Some of it around the back by the old metal dump. Some of it he found out in the middle of the lawn, like this here. This is a latch cover for a Hoosier cabinet. Looks like my old house key. Wondered where that went. I'm kidding. It's been a long time. This is an old master lock key right here. Probably went to one of the fences we had here. Either that or it might have gone to the barn when we had a lock on that. There's a old buckle here, another old buckle here. These are kind of saddle and tack horse buckles. Old brass ring here. This is a 20th century sleigh bell. This is probably a 19th century sleigh bell. We've got some old buttons. This is the interesting stuff. Different vintages of buttons. This is a piece of a pocket watch. Another piece of an old button. People were losing buttons all the time back in the day. It's 1853 large cent. Gonna have to drop it back in the ground. Not worth much, but it's pretty cool. It's got a hole in it. It might have been sewn into clothing, or I don't know, might have been on a chain or something like that. This right here is probably the oldest thing here. This is a piece of the stem to a clay pipe, probably 18th century, early 19th century, somewhere around there. We've got some modern change here that I dropped several years ago. This place has been in my family for probably 60, 70 years. So there's a lot of stuff that I recognize. This old pocket knife here we found out in the middle of the lawn. The lawn used to be a hayfield, so yeah, the fact we're finding buttons and coins and horse tack buckles is no surprise at all. This goes to a door latch. This is the latch plate off a screen door, or maybe an older door lock mechanism. We've got an old horseshoe. It looks like a buckle of some sort. I'm not sure. Not sure what kind of gauge this is, whether it's pressure gauge or electrical. I guess by the looks of the back, it's probably electrical. Impossible to say what it was, though. It's not readable. Melted piece of metal. Piece of an old, it's probably a stove or a refrigerator door. This is the switch right here. Of course, this is glass. Just stuff. 1959 license plate. Now, this is the top to an old Coca-Cola syrup bottle. Gallons of Coca-Cola syrup. And we found it with a metal detector. Because of the aluminum cap. There's this 1929 Vermont license plate. Gotta be careful with it because it's almost in half. They're made of steel back in 1929. An old fuse. An old cap gun. Probably my dad's old cap gun when he was a kid. Might have been one of mine or my brother's too. I don't know. And of course, you find a lot of junk when you're running a metal detector around the ground. And he didn't find this with a metal detector at all. This is Looks like a piece of merchandising signage for Stetson hats. It's copper, I think. Looks like it's copper. They're just lying on top of the ground where we'd already dug and graded for railroad bed. So, yeah. You never know what you're going to find when you do some metal detecting. It's a little something different there today on the Millbrook Railroad. So, if you're interested in metal detecting at all, you ought to check out his channel. That's Green Mountain Metal Detecting. And, yeah, just a nice guy and definitely passionate about metal detecting. He was metal detecting all day and found some cool stuff. So, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.